In a world filled with noise, we often forget the incredible strength that lies within silence. What if we told you that the key to unlocking your inner peace and realizing your true potential begins in stillness? Join us as we embark on a journey that will lead you from the chaos of words to the serenity of silence. Discover how pausing can empower your life. Understanding the power lurking in silence in the grand tapestry of human existence. Our words function as both artist's brush and knife, shaping lives and realities with every stroke of speech or slice of conversation. The Buddha, a beacon of wisdom and introspection, recognized the profound impact that our words can wield. Just as a skilled artisan wields their tools to create magnificent works, our tongues, equipped with expression, can paint pictures of beauty or chisel away at the fabric of another's soul. Imagine, if you will, a sharp knife resting quietly on a table. It has the potential to create, to nourish, or to destroy, depending on the hand that guides it. Our words are akin to this knife. They can heal or harm, uplift or demoralize. In the realm of spirituality, the concept of silence emerges as an essential counterbalance to the cacophony of our daily discourse. The lesson here is not just about refraining from speaking. It is about understanding when, where, and how much to express ourselves. In this overwhelming world, the Buddha encourages us to consider moments of quiet contemplation. He teaches us that silence can be a vessel for self-discovery, and that the journey inward is often the most pivotal one we can take. Let us walk together on a path that illustrates the importance of silence, a journey that invites us to witness how stillness can transform our lives. The royal encounter. Our tale begins in the sun-baked land of ancient India, where a king adorned in jewels and fine silk sought the insight of a reclusive Buddhist monk, residing in a tranquil sanctuary, away from the world's clamor. The king, despite his riches and power, was engulfed by restlessness. His heart was a turbulent sea, his mind a whirlwind of thoughts. "Respected monk," the royal lamented, "I find no peace despite my wealth. My mind is restless. I have every luxury imaginable, yet I am deeply unhappy. Please guide me." The monk, with a serene smile, responded gently, "You carry the answers within you, yet you have yet to discover them. I propose an experiment that could unveil your inner tranquility, should you accept." With a spirit laden with desperation, the king inquired, "What must I do?" "Remain here for 15 days, the monk instructed. "Live as any ordinary person and spend this time in silence, talking as little as possible." Initially hesitant, the king agreed, burdened by the promise of serenity. Embracing stillness on the first day, the king's mind raced like a stallion. Unbridled, thoughts crashing against each other like waves crashing onto shore. Anxiety gripped him as he resisted the urge to speak, and instead, he settled into the quiet of solitude. Hours passed. A heavy weight settled upon his heart, compounded by the silence he dreaded. As day turned to night, a transformation subtly began. Beneath the surface clutter of his thoughts, a flicker of calmness started. With each passing moment of stillness, he found himself drifting deeper into a state of uncharted peace. In the days that followed, he ventured into nature, embracing the beauty of the flowers, the rustling leaves, and the melodious songs of the birds overhead. The vibrant colors of the blooms and the laughter of nature unveiled a profound appreciation, a view he had overlooked while entangled in the noise of his thoughts. As the days flowed like a gentle brook, the king's composure began to deepen, gradually morphing his inner landscape. 10 days had elapsed, and the disarray of his mind started to dissipate, replaced by layers of tranquility. By the 12th day, he found himself in a state of meditation that felt as natural as breathing. With each breath, the burdens of worry and anxiety floated away, leaving behind an ocean of profound inner peace. Respected monk, he approached the wise sage after these transformative days, eyes sparkling with realization. "I understand. Now why my mind ached for respite? What have you discovered? The monk queried, compassion radiating from his gaze. The chaos within stemmed from my incessant need to talk and dwell on negativity, the king replied with clarity. By exhausting my energy on needless chatter, I lost sight of my journey and neglected the beauty around me. The monk listened intently as the king continued, expressing how this excessive noise had clouded his perspective, leading to inefficiency and unhappiness. In his silence, the king grew to appreciate that meditation was not a forced act, but an organic unfolding of the self, one that flourished in the fertile soil of silence. The wisdom of silence. The monk then shared an invaluable insight. Your experience is not unique. Many find themselves caught in a cycle of incessant talk, which breeds discontent and unrest. Through silence, one opens the doorway to self-awareness and understanding. Without it, the journey towards self-discovery remains obscured. He recounted a story where a student once questioned Buddha about his frequent silence. With grace, Buddha replied, "I remain silent to dive deep within myself. Silence is the portal to true knowledge, clarifying thoughts and intentions." Resounding truth resonates here. Most of our discourse serves little purpose. If we could silence our incessant chatter, we might solve a significant portion of our conflicts. Fewer arguments, less turmoil. Indeed, the ability to refrain from unnecessary speech is a skill worthy of cultivation. As silence envelops us, we become more attuned to the essence of those around us, developing a deeper connection with ourselves and others. Imagine a crowded room where everyone speaks. In that noise, it is challenging to communicate meaningfully. Now consider the same room where people quietly reflect. There, amidst the silence, a unique dialogue emerges. The journey within, finding solitude, can profoundly impact our well-being. Often, the company we keep can cloud our perceptions and diminish our spirits. Learning to embrace moments of solitude allows us to invite our thoughts to settle. It reconnects us with our inner core where life begins, even in the chaotic hustle of life. If we press our eyes closed and delve deep within, we may find an ocean of inner strength, an energy that fuels our very existence. Recognizing that your life stems from a wellspring within yourself will transform your outlook, leading you to find solace in silence. Engaging in this inward journey is akin to watching the sunrise and sunset. Each moment spent in deep reflection brings freshness and vitality to the tapestry of our lives. Sprinkled throughout these moments are blessed intervals of calm, akin to the soothing ripples of a gentle stream, relieving the weight upon our shoulders. The lesson of balance. When you embrace these periods of stillness, you cultivate the ability to converse with clarity and intention. Your words take on a melody that resonates deeply with others, saturating interactions with harmony instead of chaos. You can relay your thoughts without fracturing inner peace, creating a beautiful symphony that echoes throughout your life. Engaging in meaningful conversation becomes an art rather than mere exchange. Mastering this element contributes to success across all ventures. Remember that those who speak thoughtfully often capture the interest of others, enhancing their social presence and garnering respect. Look closely at the attributes of those who inspire us leaders, sages, and visionaries. Their words are carefully curated and wielded with intention. In contrast, those who chatter heedlessly often find themselves isolated, for talks filled with excess may devolve into witless chatter that sours relationships. Let us remember the wisdom gleaned from our tale. The power of silence is vast, and it is a journey worth undertaking. Make it a point to carve out moments of solitude in your day. Just 20 minutes can invoke significant transformation. As you engage in this practice, we invite you to join in our inspiring community, fostering growth together. Your thoughts matter. Share your reflections below on this journey into silence, or stories that resonate with you. When you like and share this video, you contribute to expanding our mission of enlightenment. Don't forget to subscribe to remain part of our inspirational journey. The Art of Silence, reclaiming your inner peace. As we journey deeper into the narrative of silence and self-discovery, we encounter the fundamental notion that words, although powerful, can obscure our inner clarity if left unchecked. The essential lesson gleaned from our story highlights the revolutionary influence silence can have on our lives. This newfound understanding emerges not only as a tool for personal calm, but also as a means to enhance our relationships with the world around us. Imagine walking down a busy street, where the cacophony of voices and noises blend into a whirlwind of chaos. Now contrast this image with a tranquil forest, where the only sounds are the whisper of the wind and the rustle of leaves. Just as one may feel peace amidst the quiet of nature, so too can we cultivate that sense of calm through silence within ourselves. Each moment in silence serves as an opportunity to peel away the layers of distraction, allowing us to connect with our true selves. The King's revelation. The King, after spending a mere 15 days in stillness, discovered profound truths about himself, truths that each of us harbors deep within. As he sat under the watchful gaze of nature, devoid of the distractions that once consumed him, the king learned to listen to the rich silence surrounding him. It was within this silence that he began to hear his own heartbeat, the rhythm of life that transcends the chaos he had grown so accustomed to. Upon leaving the influence of constant chatter, the king's headaches, heartaches, and frustrations diminished, revealing a vivid sense of clarity he had never known before. He came to understand that our environments, filled often with excessive noise, can cloud our spirits and dim the brightness of our potential. Instead, he cultivated a space where inspiration could flow freely, challenging the notion that silence equates to weakness. In truth, it is the silence that brings forth strength, a paradox transcending the conventional wisdom we often hear. The importance of listening silence is not merely the absence of sound. It is the fertile ground upon which wisdom takes root. The act of listening, deeply and intuitively, allows us to engage in a conversation with ourselves and with the world. Just as a painter steps back to observe their canvas before adding strokes of color, so too must we allow ourselves moments of reflection. By listening to our surroundings, we tap into a well of insight, interpreting life from a more profound perspective. Consider the ancient practice of mindfulness meditation, which emphasizes the beauty of present moment awareness. Mindfulness encourages us to absorb the world around us without judgment, to simply be. It invites us to liquidate the clutter in our minds, replacing it with clarity. In these moments, profound realizations unfold effortlessly, akin to clouds parting to reveal a brilliant sun. The wise sage, in his conversation with the king, artfully explained that silence nurtures not only self-awareness, but also compassion for others. When we listen with intent and silence the noise of judgment, we can truly connect with those around us. Conversations become sacred exchanges, rich with empathy and understanding. When we enter the realm of silence, we begin to regard others from a place of love, paving the way for genuine connections. In our sound-soaked culture, we oftentimes prioritize speaking over listening. We race through discussions, consumed by our desire to contribute our thoughts. Yet, if we take a moment to pause, we can learn from the voices of another, unlocking a universe of perception beyond our biases. The ripple effect of silence. As silence envelops you, it creates ripples that extend beyond the boundaries of your own existence. In embracing quietude, you exude a magnetic energy that captivates those around you. When others observe your peace of mind, they are naturally drawn into the aura you radiate. Imagine entering a room where someone is deeply at peace. They become a focal point, a source of calming energy. This ripple effect is rooted in the realization that inner peace fosters a harmonious environment. Conversely, let's consider the impact of excessive chatter. We have all encountered those individuals whose words tumble forth like an unending waterfall, often distilling discord rather than connection. Inside that maelstrom, tempers flare and misunderstandings proliferate. The king learned firsthand that his excessive talking burdened his spirit and led to his frustrations and failures. Now, envision a world where we collectively embrace the power of silence. Less arguing leads to fewer disputes, and misunderstandings pave the way for heartfelt conversation. Through this journey of silence, we can foster a culture infused with understanding, respect, and richness, a world that flourishes from the peace cultivated within. Silencing the inner critic. One of the most profound aspects of this journey into silence is facing our inner critic, the voice that often undermines our peace and sows seeds of doubt. This inner chatter can be as loud as any external noise, making it crucial to confront it through persistent stillness. Amidst the quietude, we can dissect those thoughts that tether us to negativity and self-doubt. True self-discovery requires delving beyond the surface level of our beliefs. Many journey through life tethered to societal expectations and outward validation. But as we nurture silence, we learn to dismantle these ingrained notions, peeling them back like layers of an onion until we reach our core self where authenticity resides. The journey inward, while daunting, bears fruit that nourishes the heart and spirit. With practice, we develop the capacity to acknowledge and observe the workings of our mind without judgment. In doing so, we learn to disengage from thoughts that do not align with our true essence. As we reach a state of awareness, we empower ourselves to act from a place of intention and love. Instead of reacting defensively when criticized, we respond with grace, for our inner sanctuary is fortified. When silence becomes synonymous with our state of being, we experience a tranquility that breeds a new lens through which we view the world, embracing solitude as strength. As the king reflected upon his transformative experience, he gained clear insight into the significance of solitude as a source of strength. Solitude does not equate to loneliness, rather it fosters resilience. Within the safe confines of your own mind and heart, you nurture your spirit and embrace the winds of change that sweep through life. Every one of us must learn to cherish solitude, for it ignites the fire of creativity, introspection, and peace. In solitude, we can explore passions, dreams, and aspirations without the interference of external opinions. It is in these moments that we discover the depth of our potential, a lighthouse illuminating the murky waters of uncertainty. World becomes overwhelming, we can always seek refuge within ourselves. Visualize a shimmering oasis within your consciousness, a sacred sanctuary where you can retreat to regain composure and insight. The practice of seeking solitude nurtures a spirit of independence, a reclamation of agency over our thoughts and perspectives. Those who cultivate the willingness to experience solitude and who learn to quiet their minds inevitably penetrate the veils of confusion that often cloud our paths. We discover not only our unique voices, but also the collective symphony resonating around us, an extraordinary harmony that bridges differences and cultivates understanding. The symphony of words. Silence sets the stage for the art of conversation. It enables us to choose our words with intention. When words flow from a place of inner stillness, they resonate as a symphony, beautifully woven together in harmony. No longer is discourse clumsy or dissonant. It becomes a profound expression of our core values and beliefs. In his exchange with the monk, the king realized that the thoughtful application of language holds extraordinary power. When we condense our words, share them wisely, and speak from our hearts, we can enlighten and inspire. Think of the great leaders and profound thinkers. Throughout history, their legacies lie not in excessive words, but in their ability to convey potent messages succinctly. The same principle carries weight in our interactions. Listening before speaking fosters connections that are genuine, encouraging listeners to engage deeply. When we share thoughtfully, we not only uphold our individual dignity, but leave an impression on others. one that resonates long after our practical discourse die. Harnessing your silence. So, how can we begin to integrate the art of silence within our day-to-day lives? Start with just 20 minutes a day with the intention to embrace solitude. Find a comfortable space where you can withdraw from the stimuli of everyday life. This time spent in meditation or gentle contemplation can transform your mindset. As you engage in this practice, allow your thoughts to roam freely. Don't judge them or cling to them, simply observe. The act of letting go becomes an avenue for clarity and connection to your inner essence. This quietude opens pathways to insights previously obscured by chaos. With focused practice, try incorporating silence into conversations, particularly in discussions that seem fraught or tumultuous. When tempted to speak, pause, listen, and reflect. You may find that profound revelations arise when you allow silence to take its rightful place, transformative, enlightening, and liberating. As we navigate through the art of silence, let us honor its capacity to heal, transform, and connect us with our true selves and others. In the delicate balance between speaking and listening lies a fountain of peace, illuminating our journey toward understanding and oneness. If the tale of the king has resonated with you, we invite you to share your reflections, thoughts, or your own journeys with silence. Together, let's foster a community that values insight and understanding, a community that embraces the peaceful embrace of QUIETUD. As you pursue this journey, remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Join us in the Inspira Zen community, where we can explore these themes, support each other, and grow in mindfulness together. Your engagement not only nurtures our collective journey, but strengthens the impact we can make in the world. The journey beyond silence, embracing inner strength and wisdom. As we conclude our exploration into the transformative power of silence, we arrive at a crucial understanding of how embracing silence fosters resilience, inner strength, and personal growth. The story of the king serves as a powerful reminder that the journey towards self-discovery often begins by retreating into quietude, a journey valid for each of us in our quest for tranquility and understanding. The profound shift in the king's perspective reveals that the distractions of excess talking can cloud our vision of life's purpose, steering us away from our true selves. Silence invites us to reconnect with our inner landscape, where wisdom resides, waiting to be uncovered. Just as calm waters reveal the treasures beneath, silence illuminates our path toward authenticity. The shift in perspective. When the king approached the monk after his 15 days of silence, he shared an observation that resonated deeply. His internal chaos was a reflection of his outer restlessness. In recognizing this connection, he awakened to the realization that silence was not merely an absence of sound, but a means to cultivate clarity. Embracing silence allows for a shift in perspective, one that favors introspection over frustration. By prioritizing moments of quiet, we create the space necessary for our thoughts and emotions to settle, revealing insights that may have previously eluded us in the noise of daily life. The power of silence is reinforced by the lessons embedded in daily interactions. Think of a busy marketplace. Voices blend together, creating a vibrant tapestry of society. Yet, amid that chaos, there lies an opportunity for us to seek serenity. When we learn to silence our inner critic and external chatter, we open the door to understanding. Tapping into inner strength. As we delve deeper into the narrative, we discover that silence empowers us to tap into an inner strength we might otherwise overlook. The monk's teachings echo the sentiment that to embrace silence is to invite strength into our lives. This strength arises not only from self-awareness, but also from self-acceptance, a vital element in our growth journey. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a turbulent ocean, its waves crashing wildly against the shore. Unsure and apprehensive, you realize that the only way to find stability is to retreat into the calm depths beneath. Much like these depths, finding inner strength requires an acknowledgement of the turbulent emotions we experience. Instead of avoiding them, we must be willing to sit with them in silence, allowing them to flow through us without judgment. The journey inward becomes a sacred practice, a rite of passage that enriches our connection to the world and others. The more we nurture our inner landscape, the more fortified we become against the trials that life throws our way. This strength transforms adversity into opportunity, enabling us to navigate challenges gracefully and confidently. Silence as a catalyst for change. Throughout history, silence has served as a catalyst for change and transformation. When individuals embrace the power of silence, they cultivate the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Silence allows us to transform chaos into creativity, a bridge that takes us from reaction to proactive engagement. Consider the innovators and leaders who have shaped our world. Many found their vision rooted in moments of reflection, grace, and quiet. Great strides in art, science, and philosophy arose from minds willing to take a step back and listen. Just as the king experienced profound insights during his journey, so too can we recognize that silence ignites innovation and nurtures an awareness of the bigger picture. In our increasingly chaotic society, learning to harness the power of silence is more critical than ever. Amid the noise of social media, demands of career, and the incessant pressures of life, we may become overwhelmed. Through silence, we find the clarity to uncover our true priorities and aspirations, skills vital in fostering a balanced and meaningful existence. Building healthy communication. As we cultivate moments of silence, we also enhance the quality of our communication with others. Engaging in meaningful conversation begins with developing the ability to listen actively and sincerely. The king learned that speaking less allowed his words to carry weight, transforming them into instruments of positivity and connection. When we speak from a place of intention, our words resonate deeply, offering insights and encouragement to others. Silence enables us to truly listen, fostering a culture of empathy and understanding. By highlighting the beauty of our shared humanity, we create an environment where dialogue becomes restorative rather than divisive. Let's draw from the example of a conversation between friends. Imagine two individuals sharing their thoughts amid noise. When one offers their perspective, the other nods quietly, genuinely interested. In that moment, silence becomes a container for understanding. It allows space for reflection, fostering bonds that transcend the superficial and delve into the heart of the matter. Cultivating mindfulness. Incorporating silence into our lives also instills mindfulness, a practice that empowers us to anchor ourselves in the present moment. Silence nurtures the soul and encourages us to experience each moment fully, mindful of thoughts and sensations that pass through. Mindfulness opens our hearts to the nuances of life, an art that can illuminate the mundane into the extraordinary. When we take time to be silent, we create opportunities to appreciate the subtleties of living. The gentle rustle of leaves, the soft sound of our breath, each becomes a reminder of our existence. Mindfulness, paired with the power of silence, teaches us that life unfolds beautifully in every moment, inviting us to engage actively with our surroundings. Amidst this journey of self-exploration, we find a deeper appreciation for our interconnectedness. Each moment spent in silence is an invitation to unify our intentions, aligning our inner selves with our external actions, leading to greater harmony and purpose. The joy of reflection. Finding joy in reflection becomes a parallel journey with silence. The king's story illustrates that moments of stillness lead to a profound awakening, a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world we inhabit. As we navigate our journey, we begin to realize that every opportunity for reflection bears gifts of insight and growth. Living in alignment with our core values fosters a sense of peace that radiates outward. When we engage in regular self-reflection, we uncover the needs of our hearts and minds, ultimately enabling us to connect with our authentic selves. When we consider the importance of being present, we can apply this lesson in direct ways. Consider journaling as a means of reflection, bettering our connection with ourselves and the world. As we write, insights unfold on the page, drawing connections between experiences and emotions. Journaling serves as an offering to silence, letting the words flow freely, illuminating our paths of self-discovery. Conclusion. The power of the inner journey. As we conclude this journey of self-discovery, the power of silence remains etched in our hearts and minds, an invitation to cultivate calmness amidst the chaos. By embracing silence, we open the door to profound insights, deep connections, and transformative growth. The essence of this journey lies in the notion that within every silence, there's a thriving world, a flow of opportunities that beckons us to explore. It challenges us to look inward, thereby discovering that our most profound strength lies not in the words we speak, but in the peace we cultivate within. So, dear friends, as we conclude this exploration, I encourage you to continue seeking silence. Daily, allocate at least 20 minutes to be alone, reflect, and allow your inner energy to flow. Connect with that limitless reservoir of peace that resides within you. If this journey resonates with your heart, take a moment to engage with our community by liking this video, sharing your insights, and subscribing for more moments of inspiration. Your participation fuels our collective growth as we walk together on this enlightening path. Thank you for allowing us to share this journey with you. Dear friends, and may peace be your constant companion in this life.